When was the last time you looked through your friends list on Facebook? How well do you know the people you would find there? Would you really consider each and every one of them friends? The role of friendships has drastically changed over decades of technological advancement. With the introduction and evolution of social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat, people are becoming more dependent on their electronic devices and relying less on true face-to-face interactions. Social media sites like Facebook are having a negative impact on friendships across the world by cutting out real interaction and replacing it with something much less fulfilling. In order to better understand the negative impact social media has on friendships, it is important to firstly emphasize the dwindling amount of face-to-face interaction in our society. Having face-to-face interaction with our friends provides us with the personal touch that we simply cannot get from Facebook or other social media platforms. Yes, there are conveniences of having social media to quickly and easily meet and gather with distant friends. However, burrowing ourselves into our smartphone, tablet, or computer will never be able to replace true in-person interactions and friendships. Society and the people that make it up are spending more time on their electronic devices than ever before. How much time do you spend on social media in a day? How about in a month or a year? Well, during the month of July, Nielsen's annual social media report found that people spent over 121 billion minutes on social media. That equates to over 2 billion hours, or a staggering 230,000 years. And that only covers the United States. Maybe a hiatus from social media wouldn't be the worst idea. The amount of time we consume on our electronic devices is only steadily rising over time. According to the Kaiser Family Foundation, Americans 8 to 18 years old average 7.5 hours per day on electronic devices. Many teens now prefer to text their friends rather than either calling or simply talking to them in person, and that is becoming a trend across all demographics. The study conducted by the Kaiser Family Foundation also found that only 33% of people having daily interactions with friends in person. There is a false perception that this issue only penetrates the younger generations. As you can see here, a large percentage of middle-aged and elderly people also occupy social media. 78% of people aged 30 to 49 are on social media, compared to 60% of those between the ages of 50 and 64. Furthermore, spending too much time on social media can negatively impact social skills. According to a psychology study performed by scientists at UCLA, it was discovered that people who go extended periods of time without using electronic devices are better equipped at reading human emotions. While having conversations online, it is hard to truly grasp the full depth of emotion that is trying to be conveyed. Likewise, context is easily lost online, which leaves a lot of room for miscommunication. Friends have a far greater opportunity to make a deep and lasting impact on one another when they log out of Facebook and talk in person. Research provided by TalkTrack shows that 90% of every influential conversation that we have is conducted in person. In contrast, online conversations only make up 8% of those same influential conversations. While people are spending nearly a third of their days logged into social media, they are taking valuable time and energy away from their real-life friends. At some point, people are making a conscious decision to spend time online, fostering friendships with people who relatively make less impact on us. Meanwhile, the more impactful friendships are being neglected. These online friendships don't provide us with the opportunity to foster deep and lasting emotional closeness. As I mentioned earlier, people yearn for more personal communication with each other. Think about this. Why do you add extra exclamation points or emojis to your online conversations? It's because you want to add that extra personal touch that conveys more emotion and thought than the same message without those extras. Even as we converse online, we are still trying to duplicate the same feeling and closeness of face-to-face communication. But sadly, we are falling short. To further build on that point, a study from USC concluded that people need anywhere between 4 and 6 seconds to fully comprehend issues of virtue or pain. When talking to others, social media, whose instances nature is lauded, doesn't always afford us those 6 seconds. Further studies have shown that people constantly build towards an overly positive self-image on social media and shy away from sharing moments of weakness, insecurity, or conflict. Again, let me pose a question to you. How strong are the friendships we create if we only see one side of the other person? Our bonds and closeness with friends actually becomes stronger as we overcome adversity together. Humans are an imperfect breed, and the relationships we form have both ups and downs. Forming friendships where we only experience half of that equation simply is not natural. As I have shown, society as a whole is spending far too much time logged into their social media profiles, creating that relatively impact us very little while neglecting our real-life friends. Personal interaction is at an all-time low, thanks in part to the advent of a technological age that has seen social media play a dominant role in replacing friendships with faux ships. As a society, we are consumed by social media platforms and fostering relationships that don't provide us with the natural yearning, nurturing closeness that we both require and naturally yearn for. I will leave you all with this: the perception of social media through the eyes of author Alex Morit. The word friend has become so utterly void of meaning in a world governed by social media. How can anyone truly claim to have 1,100 friends on Facebook? In my book, that would involve making time to meet at least 3 of them every day of the year.